if you're elected president of the United States, you were on a debate stage, a few weeks ago, and you talked about faith. And I have no problem with people believing what they want to believe, religion and faith, but what are you going to do to lower the gun violence in this country? Because I don't think faith is enough.
Well, I think we do have a mental health epidemic. That's the root cause of violent crime in this country. And so I think we need to bring back psychiatric hospitals, mental health institutions, not just by drugging people up, but yes, by faith-based approaches that restore purpose as well. And I do think that it's no accident that over the same period we've seen the closure of those mental health institutions, we've seen a rise in violent crime. I think that by actually restoring and fixing that mental health epidemic, we're going to get to the root cause, remove dangerous people from their communities, rather than removing guns from law-abiding citizens. That's what I say.
Are you comfortable with an 18-year-old going into a gun shop, buying thousands of rounds of ammunition and assault weapons? Are you okay with that, or would you raise the age? Would you get rid of some of these assault weapons, particularly these AR-15s that seem to be used in these larger mass shootings? Is there anything you would put on the books?
Look, I think the fact of the matter is, if somebody's willing to break the law and kill people, that means they're going to be willing to break the law to be able to illegally acquire a firearm, even if they're banned. And so I think it's just the wrong way to go, and we forget what the Second Amendment was created to do. It was created to secure all of the other freedoms we have in this country. And I think the fact of the matter is, we have to acknowledge that if you want to address crime, you do it through more cops on the street without having to look over their shoulder, to be able to do their job without fear of being sued,
sure,
and bring back mental health institutions.
I agree with you.
That's what we need to do.
I agree with your take on mental health. I agree with what you said about law enforcement, but you think it's just a coincidence that per 100 people in this country, we have 140 guns, and back when the Constitution was written, we had something called muskets. You don't think we're obsessed with guns in this country, and that might have something to do with why there's so much gun violence here?
I don't think that has much to do with the gun violence here. That's the answer to the question. I think that the reality is, there's a reason why Iran and China and other countries claim to offer the same freedoms we do in this country, but don't. It's that they don't have a Second Amendment and we do. Mm-hmm. And that's just a reality of part of what it means to live in a free country. And so I think that is wrongly serving as a lightning rod for criticism, when in fact what we need to focus on is enforcement of the law, mm-hmm, allowing law enforcement to do their job, and addressing the mental health epidemic in the country.
Two more quick questions, and then I know you got to run. Let's talk